see. Can you? No, uh-oh. No, that's not what I wanted. I want the laser. Where's the laser? There it is. All right, this is India. It's a very big country. Can you see? No, you can't see. Anyway, you could see it? All right, so down south, I don't see it. Right here, there it is. So one of the places I visited way down south called Kerala. So just like any country, the south is hot, but I go up into the mountain. Ooh, who's got that?
I'll let you borrow it if you're good.
Yeah, now you're talking. So I go down south. It's actually very hot and humid, but I go, just push it right there. Ooh, sweet. All right, so this is south. So it's a very big country. So when I travel between places, it takes a whole day. I have a day travel. Get to the airport and go. And from Kerala to the north, I have to change planes here in Bengaluru. It's called. They changed the name. And Madras has been changed to Chennai. Anyway, this section about from here down is predominantly Christian. This section over here is like 90% Christian. This is very Christian. Some states are 50%, some are 90%, and I'll show you some of those people later. I don't go there. The government doesn't like me up there because this is the border of Myanmar and this is the border of China, and there's really no fence. People just walk back and forth. So they don't like us up there. Oh, it's working. All right. So I start down. What is the? So I start, you just turn it. No, I see. You start down here, and then I go, and this is Delhi way up here. This is Pakistan over here, never been there. And then the same state as Delhi is this, UP, and there's a town, the capital is called Lucknow. It's one of the, one of the biggest cities. And then I go over to this place. This state's called Bihar. And Ranchi is over here in the corner, and the capital is Bihar here. You can't see it. Where's Calcutta? Calcutta's here. You can't see it, but the Ganges River is going like this, right by Bihar, and then it goes across here. So, I got to turn it off, or somebody gets blind. All right. So I'm going to kind of mix them together. In October, I went for 3 weeks. In March, I went for 4 weeks. So this is the pastor in Delhi with his family, and we went touring. So I actually go on a tourist visa. So every place I go, I do a little touring. But he's the pastor of the slum churches that I share at and have a conference with their people. And one day we went off and looked at a 3D movie. And he took a selfie of us, so we had some fun. This is a house meeting in the slums because they got nervous the last time I went. They didn't want me preaching in church, so I met in houses. But these are, I don't know, maybe a couple $100 a year. I mean, these are the poorest of the poor in Delhi. And this is their house. This is their bedroom. I don't know if you can see the people are sleeping on their bed. Sitting on their bed back there. And so this is it. They got one house. The kitchen's actually outside. The bathroom's outside. This is it. That's their house. One little room in the slum. Then I went to another town. One of the things I do is if I can find an English-speaking church, I can speak without a translator. So here I preached in an underground. It was a secret church. I could preach in English. And then I met I didn't meet them, but I saw this family. They recognized me. I taught them in Manara here. That family's been here in our church. So they had me over for dinner. So who knows who you're going to meet in India? You know, I got to stay on my toes, right? Got spies everywhere. You never know. And somebody's going to say, hey, I know you. So that keeps me straight while I'm over there. And in that town also, I did some training. So not only do I preach in churches in different languages with a translator and in English sometimes, I also here were 10 guys that have left their home and they're living here for 3 years. And they're being taught the Bible. They're also being taught a trade. There's a couple electricians and other jobs they're learning. Some of them are going to school, and so that's what they do. So they let me have a day, and so I taught them all day. Okay, here's another town. This guy is not a pastor. He was an accountant, but he's taken full-time just helping people. And so he coordinates the conference. And there's his wife. And his wife, if you can tell, she's kind of Chinese looking because she's from there in the Northeast. And so he married a Northeast girl. And as you see, I'm kind of a giant. I'm way beyond head and shoulders above the locals. So I kind of stand out. So I have to kind of sneak around, which isn't easy. But this is some of the touring. Like I said, I did visit there. I am on the Ganges River, and those are kind of tiny pictures. But on the right there, that's the oldest, first king, the first king of India. And then down in the left corner there is the oldest, well, it's not the oldest, but it's a synagogue, the second oldest synagogue in India. I learned that the Jews have been going to India for thousands of years, way back in Solomon's day, because they needed those spices for the temple. That the Torah tells us, they need this, this, and this. Well, that doesn't grow in Israel, so that came all the way from India. That was important. And then one day I took a boat ride and I wanted to see some wild elephants. And you can't see them, they're very tiny. But right there in the middle of the lower right, ooh, I can see them. It was a herd of elephants. But there's other things I do. So far I haven't been busted. Although the guy asked me, he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm a tourist, so I go touring." And in between touring, I do other things. Here's a pastor. This guy's amazing because he's a Brahmin. I've met a couple of Brahmins in all my trips, but he's a Brahmin, meaning he's the highest caste. He is above everybody, and he sold his birthright. He's no longer part of his father's family, and he's a Christian. He's a pastor, and I spoke he has a church in his building, but he leads because he's a leader. He leads, I don't know what he said, 150 or something, churches and pastors, and that's what Brahmins do. You need somebody in charge, he's the guy. So he's amazing, but very humble, very nice. He's got 2 sweet little girls. They talk to me in English. And he drives an Uber in his spare time. But he's just amazing. And so he helps invite people to the conference in his town. There's the conference in his town. So I showed one picture. This one was all men. Back in the spring, I taught the men and the women. My wife thought I should cut back on our expenses, so sorry I didn't invite the ladies this time. But last time I was teaching the Sermon on the Mount, and I thought it'd be good for everybody, so I invited the men and women. This time it was the first half, up to chapter 18 of Matthew, and so I invited only the pastors, but we had a great time. And this is a church down south. This is the little pastor. He's just now passing it on to his son. But we have great times together. He knows a few English. A lot of these people, they do learn English in school. Some of them have worked in the Gulf, the Persian Gulf. They learn English. So we kind of can communicate. But most of the people when I preach, that has to be translated. He's got a nice big church. Church of Seminar. So I grabbed his church and my good friend's church and everybody else in town who can come. And we have a seminar. So this is the first time these people come together, eat together, talk together. That's just not what Christians do. I don't know if we do it here in America, but multiple churches coming together. So we have a good time teaching them and carrying on. All right, so this is my good friend down south. He's the bald guy on the left. His son's taking the selfie. And his son is the one our church has supported. He has spinal meningitis. He's actually in the hospital. What's today, Sunday? I think he's going to be there tomorrow. He's going back. He's in a lot of pain. So I don't know if they've cured the spinal meningitis because It was very nice. We paid a lot for the hospital to help. But because this has been going on for years and they've been messing around, they said he has chronic, which means the rest of his life, immune issues. They've just destroyed his immune system. So he's still struggling. So anyway, and there's his sweet little parents in the middle, and me and the wife on the right. Oh yeah, speaking of the wife on the right. So my wife came in the spring, and we went down there. She's holding a cocoa bean. So you want to know where chocolate comes from? That's what chocolate looks like when it's on a tree. And his parents have this little garden in their backyard. So we were picking things, and she came and joined me. So we had a good time down there. This is what they do every time I go to a town and speak. They give me these, what are they called? Lays. They throw them on, multiple lays. And at the end, they sometimes give me a gift. Give me a gift like this thing. You'll see in a minute. There I am being laid. All right, so this is another state, and he's kind of the state leader. He is a pastor, I think, but he's in Gaya, which is the big city for Buddha. It's the Buddha capital now in the world. And so anyway, I spoke in his town once, but he comes up to this other town. We have a better conference center, and he brings his people with him. I actually saw him twice this time. He went to both conferences. He was having lots of fun. And this is my other state leader on the left, and his wife is also from the Northeast, and there they gave me this vest and some other thing, a gift for Janie. And so we have a good time there. And one of the things, that's the conference there in that town in Ranchi. Another thing I do, besides just teaching the Bible, I teach them all and give them all a wordless book, because so many people they're dealing with are illiterate. So I teach them how to evangelize illiterate people. One of the greatest things they never understood, and I love teaching, is, is how to give your testimony. They never heard how to give a testimony. And so I love teaching them. I'm not going to do that now, but that's one of the things I teach. Just simple things. Testimony, simple little evangelistic tools really makes a difference. Because they're dealing with, these are everybody I teach come from villages. They live in mud huts or some simple little mud house, maybe brick house. Very simple, very poor, and they've started churches. This is my last service. This is the Northeast. All these people from the Northeast, they come down, they work in this town, and they have their own service. And again, they speak different languages, so they have the service in English. So I get to preach in English again. And they like me, and I like them. And this is their little church. We had a group picture together. So that was 10 minutes longer than I was supposed to speak. But I think you get an idea. I run around, do different types of things, different types of people. Anyway, it's a big country. And thank you very much for helping me do it. Your support helps, and your prayers make a big difference, because every disease in the world is there. It's very crazy. It's very dangerous, the driving. Everything's crazy about India. So thank you for your prayers, the safety, and now you can be dismissed.
So yeah, we'll dismiss the kids. Take your pencils with you.